Hello and welcome back. In this video I'm going to be covering air conditioning units and why I went with an underbench versus a rooftop unit. Now, in my first video I showed my underbench unit, but I didn't explain why I got an underbench unit. An underbench unit is one that goes inside of a bench or a cabinet inside the van, and you make a couple of holes in the floor, it pulls air up through the bottom of the van and then blows it out. Now, an underbench versus a rooftop. When you have a rooftop unit, it takes up rooftop space. And I wanted to maximize my roof for as much solar as I could, and also not have any penetrations or holes in the roof. My roof is one solid membrane, and I want to keep it that way. Now, in my first video, I briefly spoke on how I had a non-inverter style AC, and also one that had an older style refrigerant, which wasn't as efficient. And the very kind people over at Turbo saw my video and offered to sponsor me with a new unit to install and replace my old one. So I want to take a moment and say thank you. That's very nice. And now I can show you guys the process of installing one of these and removing my old one. So let's get into it. Alright, here we are underneath the van. I just wanted to show that I have a stainless steel mesh that I put up to prevent flies and mosquitoes from flying up inside the unit. And I gotta take all this out so I can make sure the holes line up. I just pulled this off. And this has been underneath the van for 3 years, and it looks really good. You know, it's out of the sun, it's out of the elements, and yeah, it looks really nice. I really like these units a lot. I just want to take a moment to show you guys just how nice this unit is and how compact it is. So on the bottom here, you have your vents that pull air in and out. It's just a nice design. I really like these. Remote controls inside, which after installation, that makes a really nice hiding spot. Alright, so when I was designing this cabinet, I designed everything to come out, so hopefully it's not too bad. Alright, I'm pretty close to getting this out now. You guys can see that after I removed the inside shelving, because that was all just screwed in, I can now have full access to the air conditioner. Now I'm going to take out the hoses and see if I can get this out. So with the drawers being here, I had a shelf here for storage. It's just a thin piece of 1/4 inch with some 3/4 on top to give it some stability. And these work as really good shelves. All right, here she is, all installed. A little hung up. Let's just, there we go. Nice. It's in there good. It's really tough to enlarge a hole, so I just cut it. It's all foam. It makes a good seal anyway, so should be fine. I can put this screen back up. Should be good to go. Nice. Got the new AC in, and it's running. Blowing very cold. I have it hooked up temp just so I can cool down the van, and I can install the thermostat where it belongs up there. But it sounds good. I'm also measuring the data, how many watts it's pulling versus the other one. And I also hooked up the keypad to the Wi-Fi so I can control it through my phone, which is a big upgrade compared to the last one, which didn't have that capability. I wanted to show how I did the step down and how it came out. When you're laying flat on the couch, this is what it looks like. It doesn't block the bottom of the screen. Works out really well. All right, that wasn't too bad. I have a little cutout I can patch in after, but the piece of wood's there. I can just trim that out, not a big deal. I had pre-existing holes I had to enlarge to fit the new unit, but again, not too bad. If you guys are doing this fresh, it'll be a lot easier to install it. They give you a template, you just cut out the holes and it just drops right in. Really not bad. I have the numbers from the old one to the new one, which I will put up on the screen. From what I can remember, the old one was running at 800 watts continuously until it hit temp, and then it would drop off and then come back on at 800 watts. This one, it will hit 800 watts, but it will start to throttle down as it gets closer to temperature, and it will run at 400 watts. Once it fully reaches temperature, it'll go down to 33 watts, which is just the fan, and that's really the most efficient way you could probably do this, is have something like that. The inverter is going to make a big difference on the compressor. It also has the smart controller now, which is great because I can control that on my phone. Just so you guys are aware, you can use the Smart Life app, I think it's called. It's a common app they use for all the Wi-Fi gadgets. This one has its own app, but I want to keep it all in one app because I have my garage door and floodlight on the Smart Life app. So I'll link that in the description if you need to find it. Let me see, what else is there? Oh, I like having a white noise when I sleep. And the sound this AC produces is just, it's the perfect white noise. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it sounds very nice. So to recap, I went with the bench mount underbench AC unit rather than a rooftop unit because, one, it's not in the sunlight. It's pulling air from underneath the van that is cooler instead of on the roof. I have no holes in my roof, and I have more solar. So I have more solar to be able to run this and recharge. I can probably run this continuously as long as there's sunlight. And I have enough battery capacity that I can run it all night, easily run it all night. And the next day I have so much solar, I can charge up my batteries and run the AC at the same time. So that's a huge difference. So I would like to thank Turbo for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate it. They have also been generous enough to give me a coupon code so that everyone that watches my videos, they can get 10% off on any products at their store. So again, I appreciate it. Thank you. I really enjoy all the comments. That's been the most fun part of doing this, is reading all your guys' comments. So please leave more comments. I love hearing feedback. I love seeing what you guys have to say. And I like kicking things back and forth with ideas too. So that's always fun. So again, thanks, and I'll see you guys in the next one.